Wayne, good of you to come in. Obviously, the talk is about China, and Colleen's given you permission. Are you on your way there?
Obviously, can't really talk about it. It's I don't like obviously the media's been saying this, saying that about me, covering very negative things, and the China move. I don't want to do it. It's really, I just don't want to talk about it really. I'm happy where I am. Broke the record, 250 goals. So no.
Well, you must be thrilled to have broken that record.
It's great. It's a great moment. Haven't scored a pinger like that in a while, obviously. So it was great. It was a lovely feeling, and obviously wanted to win. But I mean, Sir Bobby was very proud. Everybody was very proud in the back. They got tons of pats in the back. Cristiano sent me a text message. So it was just great, an unbelievable moment. So I don't want to talk about China. Really, it makes me feel very uncomfortable.
Fair enough. Well, let's hear from your manager. Jose, you inherited Wayne Rooney. Are you happy to keep him on side?
I think he's one of the best players in the Premier League. I think he still is. He controls the game, comes on. He is the number 10 for Manchester United. I think I want to keep him. What is this? The media seem to dictate this. They say Wayne will go to China. Why would you want to go to China? Manchester is fantastic. It's a great place. Don't go to China. What is it? You go to China, here you go. Oscar, you go to China, 400 grand a week. Carlos Tevez, go to China, 800 grand a week. Ridiculous.
It's fair to say, though, Jose, you didn't have the best of starts at United. I heard somebody...
I think it was okay. First 3 games, I think it was okay, no.
I heard someone say you're not so much the special one as the special once.
I think that is untrue. I think I still can manage Manchester United to the title. I think that can happen. So... the first 3 games we win. I think we have a few draws here, a few losses, but we have very good squad. If you watch the game yesterday, fantastic. Where was Pogba? Where was Ibrahimovic? I bring Bastian in. I tell Bastian, I say, now Bastian, you need to stop eating all of the pies. And now Manchester do fantastic steak and kidney pies, and all of the puddings, all of that. He stopped doing it, and what does he do? Scores a bicycle kick. And puts in a fantastic cross for Fellaini for the goal.
Louis van Gaal, this could be an awkward question for you, standing alongside Jose as you are, but...
I think everything is always an awkward question posed at me, isn't it? It is always that way. Go on, shoot.
Well, you won the FA Cup and then you get sacked.
Yes, that question. I win the FA Cup for Manchester United. 12 years, the cup that they say, oh, I wish we could win that again. Wouldn't it be fantastic? The domestic cup. And I do that, and 2 days later, I get phone call. Oh, Louis, I'm so sorry. I regretfully inform you that you are getting the sack. Thank you, Mr. Woodward. I was very upset.
Well, what are you doing with yourself now?
I am relaxing in Portugal, drinking all of the wine. I have had mince pies transported from England to Portugal. It's fantastic. I'm enjoying it. Now, I will tell you, I did get fantastic severance package of £6 million. So that is okay for me. I cannot complain about that, you know.
Sir Alex, you laid the way. You're the greatest manager ever, perhaps. I don't know if you're better than Sir Matt, but certainly one of the best managers United have ever had.
You'd be careful about what you say there, son. Now, come on, relax. Right? Just say one of them. Don't mention me out with other people. So that's fantastic, okay?
But what do you think of what's gone on since you left?
Well, obviously, we brought David Moyes in. David's fantastic. He's great for everything. And what I wanted to bring was in a manager that kept to traditions. And obviously it didn't work. Because David Moyes was getting the Manjevic and Rio Ferdinand, who said they couldn't watch Phil Jagielka and Sylvain Distin. Let's tell them to watch the Everton. It just didn't work. And then Louis comes in. That's just disgraceful. That's just disgraceful. That was a 3-5-2 he's playing.
Were you listening to David Beckham yesterday on Desert Island Discs?
Well, yeah. Obviously, I love the gaffer. Unbelievable. Yeah, really loved it. Great career. Sir Alex and I get along so well now. A little bit of controversy in there, but it's all right.
David's fantastic. David was great. And towards the end now, before he went to Real Madrid, there was a little bit of a tiff, but we made up. He's a great boy.
So he never threw a boot at you? Or the other way around?
Yeah, it slipped out. It slipped. Just kind of, slipped out of his hand and, where it just hit me in the head. I was like, oh, that's all right, Gaffer. Fuming, red face, fire.
Rio, were you in the dressing room when that happened?
Oh my God. What? That was unbelievable. I was so scared. I mean, I ran home. It was like, he was trying to boot around and the boss was going crazy, obviously. When when the boss goes crazy, I mean, you got the hairdryer, you got the whole thing, and oh my God, he threw the boot right at Beck's face. It did not slip. Did not slip out of his hand.
Moving on, Rio, you have moved on. I mean, you're a cult, aren't you, amongst the kids?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, I'm a cool footballer. People love me, I've got the 5 brand. Everything's all right for me. I'm liking it. I'm liking, a little bit of here and there on BT Sport, doing this, doing that, being a cool guy. Love it.
Of course, you're West Ham pedigree, as was Harry Redknapp a few decades before you. Harry, what do you think of the current game and why aren't you in it?
Well, it's tough. It's a tough game, I love playing. Obviously, I love managing West Ham. I love managing Tottenham. I mean, you have had characters in my teams. Paolo. I'll tell you all the stories about Paolo, the training ground. I've only told people about a quarter of those stories. I mean, I could write a book about Paolo and the tricks he used to get up to. But I mean, I don't want to manage anymore. I like doing the little appearances here and there. I like giving my take on football nowadays. It's all right. It's all right. I'm liking it. And it's okay. The game is getting a little bit better. The transfer market is going crazy, I'm sure they all miss me, driving up in a little Range Rover, pulling down the window. Oh, what you do today, Harry? Oh, put in a £5 million bid for Nico Granshaw.
Jeff,
it's all right.
it's not often that we get to speak to each other, at least when we're not in the pub, but Harry, would he be a guest that we could move on to Soccer Saturday?
It's obviously a little bit difficult to get Harry on. We've got an incredible panel there in Charlie and so many others, and Phil with his love for Liverpool. He tells us how much he loves Liverpool. We get it, Phil. You're a Liverpool fan. Don't be so bad. He never wants to cover the Manchester United games, but I gotta say, Harry is a real character. We really like him, but we'd never have him in the studio. Never.
How much of what you come up with on a Saturday afternoon is stuff and how much is being fed?
It's never been fed. I've been doing this job for the last 15 years. It's been an incredible job. I will keep going until the very end. Absolutely.
Good to hear it. Good to hear it. Now, somebody who's
Does it sound peaking a little bit? Does it peak when I talk?
Klopp. Let's move on to Jurgen Klopp for no apparent reason other than you haven't done him yet. What do you think of him? And you're not a Liverpool fan, I know.
Yeah, obviously this is very difficult, The fans are starting to turn their back on me, starting to say this and that, and one game, one win in 8, is it? 8, Plymouth Argyle, yeah. Been punishing the players a lot in training, they have to, the weather as well, the wind is always a bad thing, the wind in England is a bit off, yeah.
But you're known nowadays for walking onto the field and hugging everybody.
Yeah. Not done that in a while, no. Well, it's done that, yeah. They come back to the locker room and I give them a little smack, yeah. It's been very bad. It can change, though. A lot of things change.
It's a real honour, though, to be talking to the President of the United States via a transatlantic link. Congratulations, Mr. Trump, on your win. What changes do you see coming in the world of football?
I think there's going to be great changes. A lot of great people. I know a lot of people in football. I know a lot of the owners. I know the Glazers very well. Great people. Great people, the Glazers are. I know, what's his name, the guy who asked, the Kroenke. Great guy. Great guy. He's a tremendous friend. I've got a lot of friends in football. Football's a great sport, okay? It's a great sport. Or soccer, you want to call it. I like it a lot. I want to make soccer very big in America. I don't think it gets enough love. The love that the league gets, it's Major League Soccer is not good. I want to get all the big stars over. I want to get everybody over. I don't want them going to China. They all want to go to China because they're offering the big money. Why not come over to America, play for the Seattle Sounders, play for the Chicago Fire, or LA Galaxy? It'll be great. You had Frank Lampard over, Andrea Pirlo, fantastic players. Very good friends of mine too.
But one of the big international derby games was that one between the States and Mexico. Is that not going to be something of a problem nowadays?
It's going to be a big problem. It's going to be a very big problem. We're building the wall. They're going to pay for it. And that's it. That's exactly it. I mean, they're going to build that big wall, pay for it, and that's it. I don't know how we're going to do a soccer game. I don't know how. But we'll figure it out.
Mr. De Niro, again, an honour to have you on the sofa. You're not a big Donald Trump fan.
No, I don't want to talk about it. You gonna ask me any more questions? I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
I told your producers. I told them. I said it to them. I said it to you guys. Never to ask me about that guy. I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to talk about him.
Well, one question I'd like to ask is you're responsible for some fantastic films, The Godfather, Mean Streets. What the hell are you working on trash like Dirty Grandpa for?
You know you're a real. I can't curse, can I? No. Okay. I'll answer you. You gotta get the money. The money. It's all about the paper in Hollywood. I have a lot of good things. I have a production company. I make a lot of movies. Dirty Grandpa. Yes, it was a mistake. And now they're saying, you gotta make another movie with Martin Scorsese again. You gotta get back again. We'll do that. Don't you worry about that. Why don't you ask my friend Al Pacino a question, huh? He hasn't made a good movie since Heat either.
All right, Al.
Yeah, why don't you ask me a little question here? Because me and Bobby, we're in the same boat. The same boat. I mean, we're talking about football, soccer. Now we're talking about movies. What else are we going to talk about?
Well, let's talk about boxing, because Mike Tyson, a hero of mine, and you've made millions, absolute millions, you've lost most of it.
It's a really bad sport. It's like a little sport, you lose a lot of money from boxing, and I made a lot of mistakes, man. I made a lot of mistakes, but I'm clean, I'm sober now. People love me. I'm like a stand-up comedian. I don't know if you ever seen that show I did in New York, Mike Tyson, The Undisputed Truth. It was unbelievable. So many people liked it, and it was funny. That's what you got to be. You got to be funny. You got to look at life in a different aspect. That's what you got to do.
Mike, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
It's been a pleasure, man. It's been an absolute pleasure.
I just want to give the last word to Jose Mourinho. And how long do we have to wait before Mourinho lifts the Champions League?
I think not long. We will have Champions League football next year, and we will win the Champions League next year when we are in it. We will win the Europa League, the League Cup, the FA Cup again, and we will win the Premier League. We are a few points off, but we will do it. Optimism is the key.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.